Oh, mama. We did this. We did this, everyone. You saw me, right? I drew my sword. She's the one thrusting today. You know damn well, too, that other bitch with the big hat would probably be like, he beats me because he has to show me the reason. I have to be punished for my incompetence. I feel respected here. What's your healthcare benefits like, you know? Do we get a retirement fund? I want to discuss some finer details, but you got me here. Guildmaster know who's... Do you see how Daddy's sitting at the head of the table? Now, you could argue Guildmaster, but the fact that Guildmaster and Daddy are sitting in the same position shows the difference in status here. Sit your ass down, bitches. The fact that they have to sit there and take it like a good boy. Ooh. You dumb motherfucker. You're only here because we were doing what we were doing. That's what I like to fucking see. Right here is arguably one of the most satisfying revenge tales for a Banished hero anime. And before you start clickety-clacking, no, I've seen this show, they stabbed the person, blah, blah, blah. Nah, that's edgy nonsense. What's truly peak revenge is doing better than the people who treated you like shit. Who you basically get to bend over a table. Now, not as literally as maybe I have been anticipating and hoping and giving Orun a visual idea of what he could do, but seeing them have no way to squirm out of this. When they got to the cave, the dragon was there. They had no way to lie. They had no way to take credit for that dragon. And despite every bullshit statement, well, but he still sucks. Like that's the energy they're giving. The entire step of the way, the whole fucking world was like, no, he did that. Which makes it weird that a hero party couldn't do that, huh? The fact that we got to have this meeting with the Guildmaster, and I think my favorite part is the positioning of the table. Now, granted, sure, had Orun had a collective party here, I'm sure it would have been filled. But the fact that the only two people at the head of a table are the Guildmaster and him because they are the two biggest dick characters in the room. The heroes party had to get this rude awakening of, you guys fucked up. Not only is it weird that you threw away a man who could solo a black dragon, with an even bigger black sword. It's very hilarious how low you put enchanters. The way he verbally to these fools, bro. It was so fucking satisfying, but what's more satisfying is how this man got rewarded. He had obvious fears of joining the rabbits, and to be honest, I thought he was going to turn them down, maybe it'd be a contract role. No, instead he said, you know what, I do want a place where I belong, and you guys for this entire fucking show have shown you respect me. I'm in, motherfuckers. They are going to become the new heroes party, and that's going to be a double layer of revenge I am so fucking ready for. Now, you know what to do. You got this far in the video. You hit that like, show your support, subscribe, ring that bell, and Patrons where you'll catch those full live reactions and all their glory. Woo! Also does help on the channel videos just like these. This was a fucking good episode. This is me internally. Just giddy as hell, baby girl. Woo! Like, this is a man who went through the ringer. And I think at this point, it's safe to say this has to be my new favorite Banished hero anime. I don't think anything comes close. If we don't get a season 2, that will be deeply disappointing. But I really feel like the pacing over 7 episodes has been phenomenal. I remember in the first handful of episodes, people are like, oh my god, it's taking so long to get to revenge. Oh my god, it's taking so long for the next dungeon crawl. You know, there's a lot of that type of rumbling. But I think if you really think about it, it feels like we've cleared a light novel at this point. I don't actually know the pacing of this show at all, but that's like the amount of content it feels to me as an anime only watching this, and it feels incredibly satisfying seeing how it took this long for the world to look at him. Because had it happened sooner or later, maybe the pacing would have felt a little off, but seeing the build-up, seeing him teach, the best part too is just a couple episodes prior to this, they were ready to stab this guy in the back because the newspaper came out. He's a phony. He's a fraud. Oh my god. He quit. Or no, he didn't quit. He got fired. Oh my god. This is so great. You got the women beater and probably his girl being like, we were asking for it. Of course we were going to get beat, right? These people will never deal with logic. And I have to repeat this every week. There are people out in the world who day after day will have scientific evidence on things and will still refuse to believe. Fake news, it has to be just altered, right? It's insane how people like this will never change. But I think what really gets me is the fucking anger from the hero, man. This is a man who should know better, but I really think is being surrounded by just really shitty people and ego. And in doing so, we see the end result. The fact that it had to get thrown in his face, and it's insane because, once again, you might want to say, oh, but isn't this a case of poor writing? He had no idea an enchanter had to remember the different casting times? No. How many bosses in our own world take advantage of the low employee who, oh, they deserve to be on minimum wage, they don't do anything, but without that worker, everything falls apart. That's what they were doing to someone who was the fucking engineer of the entire operation. The fact that he just looks at it through such a tunnel vision, because most people put in his position probably would, and honestly probably do in this world. An enchanter is just, it's a base stat. If you're a low stat, you're not raising, it's whatever. It doesn't matter how many times it gets thrown in his face. Orun may not have had the best base stat as being an enchanter, but he created so many unique spells that would benefit everyone. They literally got raw dogged by that dragon and still thought, you know, it had to be, it wasn't us. The dragon probably got stronger, right? I'm surprised this man didn't go into cardiac arrest a lot sooner dealing with these bozos, but the fact that he has to explain and throw it in their face, you don't know shit about what I did, and literally lays into everyone's like, you have 182-second cast time, like for how long the buffs will last. It's not like you just do a 5-minute spell, like everyone is different. And the fact that this was the man who holds the operation together. Why do you bring them up to the 92nd floor dragon, you dumb motherfuckers? Holy shit. And the fact that bro actually was hesitating. I thought contractor or something, like he's like, I can't fully accept it, but maybe I can work with you as like a trial period. But to be honest, with the love and support that his students showed him, and the fact that from day one when he was interacting with the rabbits, they were like, why did they get rid of you? Are they stupid? Like, that was the energy from day one. We've had a month of watching this group treat him like a human. And the pushback that he's had while during the whole training montage made sense, but immediately they shut their mouths. I was really worried that there was going to be a, well, we didn't really see what happened, so I don't know, maybe you're right, hero, maybe you're actually right that he was cheating, you know? Oh, dark arts taboo. There was so many ways for this to go wrong, and to see him put the fucking jack, oh my god, this is satisfying. This is so freaking satisfying. I'm sure there's gonna be some bozos who'll be like, oh my god, it's not the best revenge because there's no death, there's no stabbing. Grrr! Like, that's the energy, right? No, but this is what makes satisfying revenge. We are improving our lives. We're leaving behind those who tossed us away. We're not punching them. We're not pile driving them. We're not raw dogging them. No, what we're doing is we're making a better life than they'll ever have. And at some point, I don't know if it'll be season 1, but at some point, this will be the new Heroes Party, and they're gonna be fucking salty, guys. Thoughts down below. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell. Patreon, full live reactions, and all their thrust and glory over there. Does help fund the channel, which is why I love to give those videos shoutouts, because they help make these videos possible. Alright, so today we got Blizzard, Kamozo Beat, Samuel Soliday, Konako1110, Dom Polini, Z-Dang, and we also have Kenneth Dade. So I appreciate the support. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.